Hmm.
Perfect. Everybody is muted. So, we're gonna be starting off your character with him going on a like simple adventure and wandering deep into this forest. It's been about a day and a half, and he's still going deeper. This is a very magical forest. The fireflies are alive. The trees kind of create this nice, cool shade. There's plenty of creatures, none of which are hostile that you've encountered yet. But the geology of the area reads that this place is probably older than most of the things that have ever been built, or this place, the never ending forest, has outlived most civilizations. What would you like to do, or what is your character thinking as he's walking through?
I take a small sample of the rocks around me to examine.
All right, we'll go ahead and add that to your sheet. Rock. It's a fucking rock. You pick up a rock and lift your head up to see blue eyes off in the distance. They seem to be staring at you. It doesn't seem threatening or anything like that, but they seem curious. Fuck.
Mhm.
What would you like to do? Or say, or anything like that? You have
I stand
total
in place.
control. Huh?
I stand in place and do nothing.
Are you just staring at the eyes?
Hmm.
They kind of go they go away in a very quick motion as you feel as if you are fully alone. There doesn't seem to be any life around you at the moment. You don't have to wait for me to ask you what you want to do.
Oh,
You
I'm
can
sorry.
just
I'm sorry.
yeah, you can just do stuff. I understand. Sorry.
I continue in the direction I was walking before.
Which is which would be north.
Hmm.
Continuing walking, you come across this large river, and eventually you come into this kind of divot going down. It seems like there's this weird shrine area ahead of you. Do you go investigate the shrine, or go around, or what would you like to do?
I go to the shrine, investigate.
Going to this shrine, in the center of this large rock going up, you see this sword in the center of the rock. The sword is glowing and it's almost calling to you.
I wrap my hands around the hilt and try and pull it out.
All right, one moment. Let me grab something. There we go. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I have everything. So, you go up these like little steps and approach this large sword as the decaying things kind of like falling off of it, the mist that sits around it, and you wrap your hands around the cold handle of the sword as you hear, "What are you willing to sacrifice for this sword?"
I immediately take my hands off of it. Immediately.
Taking your hands off of it, all of that connection that you just felt to everything around you, the birds got louder, the crickets stopped chirping, and it seems like the wind stood still as time continues, and everything just goes on like nothing just happened.
Out of curiosity, I wrap my hands around the cold hilt again.
Again, you hear, "What are you willing to sacrifice for my sword?"
What is there to sacrifice?
A question for you to answer.
Ask away.
That question is for you to answer. What are you willing to sacrifice? The sword that sits in the stone looks like this. The hilt is kind of thorny and like kind of hard to touch, but you can still grab it. What does Rowan do? Shits.
Well, Rowan decides to finally let go of the hilt and walks down the shrine, down the steps, and he is not going to return.
Turning around, you see something sitting atop a tree stump. You see what looks like a man wearing a full suit with a red tie and this weird pumpkin head and large gaping teeth like this. As he just stares at you, you immediately get this giant sense of fear that runs through your body. As he is just staring.
As I keep my eyes on whatever that thing is, I back up slowly.
Hey, don't back up into the sword. Don't want you to cut yourself on accident.
I ask the thing, what does it want from me?
Well, I don't really want anything from you. I just want you to be careful around that. And quite frankly, I was curious, so I wanted to watch you pull out the sword, but apparently you're not the one to do it. My name is Edgar. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'm the Celestial of Fear. I'm a friend, in a way. In about 1 hour, a man named Atreus, a child, will visit you. And you will end up right back at the sword. You'll draw the sword. And follow your destiny. Unless that's not something that you want. Unless you want free will. As he holds his hand out, after saying, unless you want free will, and what was this bony hand kind of turns into this jagged, almost glitching looking claw.
He's extending his hand?
Yes, after he says, unless you want free will. Something doesn't feel right about this.
I walk up closer to the man and I shake his hand.
So free will is something that you want. Absolute free will. Right?
Rowan nods.
Are you sure you can handle it?
He nods again.
You failed the test. For right now, I was acting as somebody who was called the White Hand. If anybody ever offers you that again, don't shake their hand. Absolute free will isn't something to play around with. It can kill you. Understand that you have more free will than you know what to do with right now. And having more of that, that's bad. Where do you want to go?
Rowan takes a moment to think about the question before finally answering anywhere.
Anywhere what? Anywhere in the world, the wind leads you, anywhere in space, where? Anywhere your destiny calls.
That sounds right.
Good.
Anywhere, any place, anything. I have no ties.
You're a wanderer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I like you, Rowan. See you around. He kind of like contortedly gets off of the tree and then walks behind it and disappears completely. As the life comes back to the forest.
Rowan looks around to see the life return to the forest. He walks behind the tree.
There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure. Rowan continues in the direction of the shrine. Not going to it, but going past it.
Walking up this like hill side area, you continue going past the shrine, and eventually you come across this large ravine area. It has this black liquid going down the ravine, almost like it's flowing out of the cracks. It looks really neat. It looks almost like some giant plunged a sword into the ground. Kind of, in a way. The markings are definitely not natural to any normal ravine.
I take a closer look at the liquid to examine its properties.
It's an unfamiliar liquid. You've never seen anything quite like it. Nothing as liquidy or as dark as the liquid is. It's almost black, like pure black. It almost looks fuzzy of how black it is.
I take a small vial, scoop up a small amount of the liquid, and return it to my bag.
I like this. All right. Off in the tree lining again, you see blue eyes looking at you.
Same blue eyes. Right?
Huh?
The same blue eyes, right?
Yes.
This time, instead of doing nothing, I walk to it.
Continuing on, standing on a rock, you see this old fucker. This guy staring at you. He seems to just be watching you.
I call out to the man.
You what?
I call out to the man.
What do you say?
I ask him what he's doing.
He turns to you, He just looks down at you, very surprised that you've noticed him already, and says, it's just watching.
Hmm.
You're not,
I walk over to him.
huh?
I walk over to him.
Walking over to him, he seems very like awkward at the moment.
Hmm.
Why do you feel drawn towards me? He says. Why walk to me instead of running away?
Well, I haven't seen anyone in a while. No one along this path. Might as well say hello.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. This forest is big. My name's Fritz, by the way.
My
I'm
name's Rowan.
I'm not sure how to introduce myself, to be honest. I'm supposed to be your guide.
Hmm.
So, how'd you end up all the way out here?
Well, I just walked. Had no goal in mind. Not trying to go anywhere or anything.
You didn't have a goal in mind, yet you got a big ass bag.
Just in case I find something cool, maybe something notable.
He nods. Alright, well, lead the way. If you
Hmm.
don't mind me following.
Not my one bit.
Huh?
Rowan continues on the path he was walking.
As this man follows, Fritz follows along. As you continue on, Fritz is just kind of whistling melodies and humming to himself and all that stuff. You notice Fritz keeps on looking at the trees and whatnot.
As they walk, Rowan looks behind him, sees Fritz staring at the trees, and asks him what's about.
No, he is walking and looking at the trees. Carter, your messages.
Oh no.
Yeah, he is walking and looking at the trees. Um, just calmly.
Hmm.
What would you like to see, Rowan? Where would you like to go?
Wherever my destiny takes me.
Okay. As you continue on, two people seem to be following you in the trees.
Hmm. I tap Fritz on the shoulder and make a gesture towards the trees.
Yeah, what, the people following us?
Mm-hmm.
I know, they're my friends.
Rowan cocks his head slightly, confused.
This forest is really dangerous, and the deeper we go down it, the harder it gets. Right now, we're at about level 3 area, and you're level 0. So, we have to be pretty careful about what we encounter here. The furthest we've gotten in the forest is about here, level 3. We have a camp far back, if you'd like to go to it. If not, we can keep going deeper into the forest. But, like I said, we haven't very ventured further than this. So I have a couple of friends that are jumping between trees, making sure that we're okay.
We can continue on.
All right. Are you sure? Because the creatures are going to get a lot more aggressive the further we go.
As long as you guys are friends, we're safe. Or at least I am.
Would you be all right if they came out? Or would you
Of
rather it
course.
just be me and you?
More the merrier.
If you're sure.
Hmm.
Fritz kind of like waves his hand, and I'm assuming you guys all willingly drop down from the trees. Trey, Zero, Alidoro.
Am I supposed to be unmuted?
Yes, now you are. Rowan, as scared as you are to meet new people, I can just tell. Irene, say hi.
Hi.
That's her. That's Alidoro, the elf guy.
What's up?
And that's Zero.
Yo.
And everybody, this is Rowan, our last edition.
Nice.
Pleasure to meet you.
2 in 1 day is strange.
Trust me, I would have felt the same way coming into this.
Rowan, do you want to say hi?
I stay quiet, but wave.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I started coming back too, and I heard something about creatures gonna get more aggressive. I'm like, oh wait, I need to wake up. What did I miss?
Okay, so me, Zero, and Irene, we all are more experienced, especially Irene with fighting and shit like that. So we're gonna be able to guide you guys. Me and Zero are gonna be the main protectors. We're higher level and stuff like that.
Alright, well, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll get with someone to get a recap of anything that I missed.
All right, have a good night, Hyper.
Yep. Y'all take it easy.
Never mind. I guess Alidoro's leaving.
I love knowing that I'm like actually getting hella strong.
What'd you say?
Like knowing that I'm hella strong.
Okay. So Rowan, I guess you can lead the way.
He brushes off his tail feathers.
Rowan.
Rowan continues in the direction they went.
Hey,
Not saying a word.
by the way, if you stutter or anything like that, it's absolutely okay. Believe me, I get it. Rowan, you hear something like knocking down trees and shit like that. Coming towards y'all from behind.
Rowan stops in his tracks and notifies the party.
What do you say?
There's something over there.
That's just my companion. Don't worry about that.
As this big ass fucking thing comes rushing through and sits on the ground in front of you guys.
Rowan points. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go for it. Go ahead.
Rowan points at the giant thing and says, "That's your companion."
Yeah.
And we're only level 5. So you're really close to us.
Rowan's dumbfounded.
Yeah, Rowan, you're one of us, man.
Yeah, he and all that.
He ain't all that, he said.
Not as good as me, at least.
Zero, shut up.
You're
Got
the
me
one with blue hair. I want to hear it.
Okay, I fucking told you! As he raises his hand and a lightning bolt goes into the air. Dance,
Okay, stop,
monkey.
stop.
Dance,
Oh no,
monkey,
please.
dance.
Irene, take a few steps away from Zero.
So does Rowan.
Hey, Zero. Can you feel that? Can you feel that?
What are we saying? Why are you like seductively whispering to me, bro?
He is like right next to you, whispering in your ear as a fucking lightning bolt strikes on top of you.
I'm dodging,
It doesn't.
bro.
You literally can't dodge it, bro. You get hit. You only take like 4 points of damage. You're fine. Yeah, you get hit by a lightning bolt. Fritz says, "What the fuck did I tell you about talking about my hair, dude? I told you I was gonna strike you with lightning if you said one more thing, and then you said it. I mean, I said that yesterday, but you know what? I stand by it.
Kind of lame.
You're kind of lame.
You're digging yourself a deeper hole, my dude.
All right, Rowan, let's keep going."
Rowan stands there, shocked, and he continues on.
Continuing on. You can kind of sense the heightened aggression in the creatures as you can hear two creatures off in the distance fighting each other. Two big creatures.
Rowan looks back at the party in hand and says, "Oh, sure, I don't want to lead the way. Lead the way."
I'm gonna head to bed.
Oh.
All right, see ya, Carter. Oh man,
Kinda already left. Oh,
y'all want to keep playing?
I don't mind. I still have time.
All right. Continuing on. Continuing on, y'all continue to see like just interesting and fascinating creatures. None of them really do attack you though. Fritz says, "Why don't we go back to the camp?"
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
He just throws Zero and Alidoro on Xerxes.
Oh, Irene, on the way back, Irene continues to rub Xerxes' back.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Xerxes.
Rowan, do you want to hop on?
Of course.
Xerxes tucks his beak under you and throws you onto his back as Fritz is literally just walking. Irene and Rowan are up there. Y'all walk back into this large, seemingly peaceful camp. Sorry to end it there, but I'm gonna cut it off.
You're good. You're good.